Hello guys, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. Alright guys, so T-Mobile is back at it again. They got some deals going on with the Metro by T-Mobile branding. Alright, so now you can score the Moto G Stylus 5G 2022. It's back on sale. They did a good deal, a good sale with it a couple months ago. I think it was like $15. So this is almost just as good. $20 now at Metro by T-Mobile for the Moto G Stylus 5G 2022. Awesome phone. Let me tell you, I have this phone. My specs are a little different. I have the 8 gigs of RAM. But let's see here what they got here actually. So you can now get your hands on the Moto G Stylus 5G 2022 at a discounted price. When the phone came out last year, it was priced at $400. Okay, and now it sells at an outright price of $320 at Metro by T-Mobile. The T-Mobile prepaid brand, however, has decided to sweeten up the deal by offering the phone for only $20 for a limited time period. This article is brought to you by T-Mobile News. They got this offer deal reported from Phone Arena. So the device is going to come with a 6.8-inch IPS LCD display with a 120 Hz refresh rate, which runs on an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 processor with a choice between 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, or you can get the 6 gigabytes of RAM with 128 gigabytes of storage, or you can get 8 gigabytes of RAM with 256 gigabytes of onboard storage. That's the one I have. But I paid way more than $20. So taking pictures from the device can be done via the triple rear camera configuration, which starts with a 50 megapixel main sensor, an 8 megapixel ultra wide sensor, and a 2 megapixel depth camera. In front, there is a 16 megapixel camera for selfies and video calls. Other specs of this device include NFC, 5G connectivity, 3.5 millimeter head jack. That's right. This is one of the last Moto devices that still have it. The Edge series did away with it, but if you go to their lower end devices like the Stylus and the Power and all those smaller, cheaper Moto devices, they still offer headphone jacks, which is really good. Fingerprint sensor and a 5,000 watt battery. All right, so let me just tell you something. Not affiliated with Moto, Metro, nothing. The only thing I get is you guys watching this video. I don't get any kickbacks whether or not you buy this. There's not going to be any affiliation, link with this. Let me just tell you that it's a very good phone for your money. Every time I talk about it, I will tell you the same thing. Powerful for the money, slick for the money. Good battery for the money. The RAM, even at the 4 gigs, is still smooth. If you can get the 8 gigabytes of RAM, do it. It'll be, I'm telling you, you won't even really notice the difference performance-wise from like a flagship phone. Like, it's really, obviously the screen resolution, even with 120 Hz refresh rate and a 6.8-inch screen, obviously the pixels on a Samsung Galaxy S23 are just better, right? Samsung makes the best screens, period. Remember, Samsung makes iPhone screens. So if you think iPhone screens are good, that's because it's a Samsung screen. And one thing you should know, if you don't already know this, is that it's pretty clear that even though the iPhone 14 Pro Max screens are good, they are made by Samsung. You know, in comparisons and tests, the Samsung S23 Ultra wins. Why? Samsung's not giving them their best screen. It's not happening. It's not happening. Samsung wants it for themselves. So, but for the money, especially at $20, my gosh, Moto's a great phone. This phone is awesome. The specs, the height, the build quality is pretty hefty. I'll tell you that because it has a big battery. So it's a beefy phone. There's some bezel, but it's not a lot of bezel considering considering the screen size. You actually get, 6.8 is huge. It's massive. So very good phone. Wanted to let you guys know about this deal. Let's read the rest of the article, then we'll wrap this up. Aside from the $20 price of the phone, you will have to pay another $40 for your first month of service with Metro by T-Mobile. So that's the only caveat there, right? But that's not a big deal. I mean, they want you to use the service with their phone. It says you can pick up the phone online or in stores, but if you opt for the latter, you'll need a new line of service with a 65 qualifying plan instead of 40. All right, so good deal. Metro always has this deal, to be honest. Not you know, it was a little while since it was this cheap. It was like 2 months ago, but take advantage of it if you guys want an extra phone. You want to try out Metro. Maybe you've never tried Metro before. I mean, for $20, you get this phone with it. I mean, take advantage of it. It's a good phone. You can use it as a second business phone. Remember, it's an Android. It's got Android 12. So that's another thing you should know. It's going to come out with, it's onboarded with Android 12. We're told that it's supposed to get upgraded to Android 13. Now, Moto's a little slow with their updates. So be patient with that. If you don't mind waiting and sitting on Android 12 for a little, and you're looking for what I consider a higher mid-end phone that honestly, for the most part, performs like a high-end phone, okay? For $20, it's up to you guys. I can't hold your hand. I can't tell you what to do, but you're going to miss out on a deal. I think it's a good phone for the money, especially for what you guys are going to pay for it. So up to you. My job to let you know, report it, hit that like button on your way out. Please do me a favor. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you part of the team. Hope you're enjoying the content on this channel. Much more news to come. I want to thank you guys for coming by and watching. Much appreciated. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.